back to another episode of Poor Cooking. Both figuratively and literally, because I'm poor and I'm not a good cook either. So, let me get these fries out of the oven. So, as you can tell, I don't have a lot to work with. So, I have one thing of tinfoil that is broken. So let's really get a good look at this. Broken tinfoil, some panko breadcrumbs on the fries. So that is pretty good. The fries actually don't look that bad, but let me tell you a story on that. I need to turn down this stuff. Okay, I turned down the TV now. So now there's olive oil on the floor. Okay. Not olive oil, but vegetable oil is on the floor because the story behind the cooking, I also don't have paper towels either, so also pretty cool. But the story behind the fries is basically there's this pot right here. So I put vegetable oil in it. I started cooking the fries. I said, you know what? These are going to become some good fries, right? But then I realized that I put the lid on it, and I was too tired and stupid to realize that if you put the lid on it, then you're not going to be frying the fries. You're going to be steaming the fries. And what happens if you steam fries? Well, they become mashed potatoes. So that's why they look like mashed potatoes. But fear not, I will not be eating fries today. I mean, some are fries, but now I have the idea. The chef in me is coming out today. So this is basically what I have to work with. This is why it's called poor cooking. Because these are the ingredients I have. I have some tortillas, salt, fries. These were russet potatoes, by the way. I didn't just buy fries. Well, no shit, you already know that because I told you I tried to cook them. Okay, bunch of tomato sauce that I'm not going to be using. Tuna. Most of this stuff I can't use, right? I used the panko breadcrumbs already on the fries. But tortillas, I opened a can of already diced tomatoes, so we can use diced tomatoes, we can use tortillas. Obviously have to use the fries that are like mashed potatoes. Cranberries. Now this is an interesting one, but I think it's gonna work. I also need to find something to put on the floor. Oh, there we go, newspaper. See, not everybody has the ability to be as creative as I am, because most people don't have to live as poor as I do. So that's why I'm so creative. This is a pretty gross fridge. Don't judge me because this is my dad's apartment, not mine. I'm not this gross, I promise. Honey mustard that I just bought. Some of these ingredients I had to buy. The honey mustard, the vegetable oil, but everything else was already here to begin with. Okay, so we have honey mustard. Boom. There we go. Anything else I can use in here that you see? Like an episode of Dora. Can you point to what I'll need to use? Nothing, because it's all fucking disgusting. Okay. Anything in the freezer that I can use? Obviously not. That's not really in Arizona. It just has water in it because I was too lazy to buy water. So basically what we're working with here is we have some seasoning over here that's about 2 years expired, but we have brown sugar and then some paprika, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope, it is paprika, I'm right. Not going to be using that, but without further ado, I know you guys want to see this masterpiece that I have cooking in my brain right now, so might as well get it started, right? Also showing my stupidity. I don't know why I'm not using the tortillas that are already open. I opened a new pack instead. That's also not very smart of me. But other than my 4.0 GPA, I'm I don't really think about things before I do them. As most of you know. Alright. Let's not add too much salt. The brown sugar is expired, so I don't really want to use that. Diced tomato, we have to be very careful because I don't want to put too much. So we can use the spoon from the mac and cheese that I ate earlier. Just wipe it off with my hand really quickly. See, I hope that some people can learn some cooking techniques from here. Probably, well, you know what, you can learn something. I'm not any master chef or anything like that, but when it comes to things, sometimes I can cook. We also have tahini. I don't really want to add tahini though. We're kind of trying to go for a sweet texture here. Hence why I'm using the cranberries. So, cranberries, bang. Then we gotta open the honey mustard. So what will we open it with? You guessed it, scissors. Alright, here we go. My hand's wet, so when you have no paper towels, you use your shorts that you're wearing, with a belt, by the way. I bet you haven't seen that in 15 years. I have to use my left hand here because my right hand is too wet. I'm kind of failing at opening the honey mustard right now. I'm sure nobody is really shocked about that though. Alright, let's do it. Alright. So, I already see a mistake that I've made is that I probably put too much on it, so now it's going to be really hard to fold here. I have a solution though. I could just add it to another tortilla, or even put another tortilla on top of it. I don't know what I want to do. I kind of want to put another tortilla on top of it. So let's put that tortilla on the fries that we already made. Then let's get another tortilla and bang. That actually doesn't look very well. You know what? I don't know why I said well. I meant good. Okay. Let's see if I removed enough to actually fold it now. Not really. It's a little bit better though, but it's falling out the sides, which is not very good. Do I have a plate? Probably not, because they're all being used. Now I need to figure it out again. Might have to run a plate under hot water. Alright, let's use the plate with all the peppers on it. You know what's great when you're poor though is using the garbage disposal, because all of the food that is bad sitting in the refrigerator, you know, you're too lazy to go outside and actually deal with it. You know, dump everything in the garbage can or anything like that. You know what you can do is use the garbage disposal. That's the way to do it right there. As you can tell, I'm a professional here, so my newspaper is drenched now in olive oil, so I gotta use another newspaper. I also realized that I don't have any toilet paper or napkins, so also probably what I'm going to be wiping my ass with as well. Yeah, probably shouldn't have said that. That's kind of gross, but whatever. On the Asian Satire YouTube channel, we let it all hang out. I'm figuring it out a little bit more here. I also just realized that I'm gonna microwave this, so I should probably add. Maybe I don't have to microwave it actually. I already added the ingredients. I don't really care too much. I think I'm just gonna make 3 for now, and then whatever happens, I can make more later as well. It's not a big deal. But this is some gourmet cooking right here. Everybody always says that I'm such a bad chef. I kind of cooked here, I can't even lie. This is what good food looks like. For the ingredients I had to work with, I don't think it's that terrible. I think it's alright. Alright. Let's go in the light so you can see this masterpiece. Whoa, that's crazy. My hands are covered in olive oil. Honestly, the one on the left actually looks the best. I really, you can tell with the colors, the red and the yellow with the cranberries is actually pretty good. So, comment down below, did I cook?